Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my full recent summer routine for sweat-proof, humidity-proof, waterproof, life-proof makeup. Whether it's wanting to wear makeup when you work out, at the gym, during a sport, outdoor activity, the beach, the pool, whatever reason, or maybe you live somewhere like I do and it's just like ungodly humid out, this makeup routine is going to be everything and anything that you need, completely budge-proof while looking put together and comfortable. I've also used them when I'm freelancing for outdoor occasions like weddings. Just highly recommend this routine and these products. So let's just jump right in. So you're gonna wanna start by prepping your skin, and you're going to focus on using products that are water-based, not oil-based. This is very important in knowing the difference in your product. You also always wanna try and pair water-based with water-based and oil-based with oil-based. For example, primer, foundation, concealer, all of those like liquid and cream products, you wanna keep a consistent base to get the best finish. If you mix water-based and oil-based, a lot of times they're gonna fight each other and they're just not gonna look right on the skin. Typically, they'll start to separate, get patchy, which we of course don't want. I'm gonna post options for everything that I mentioned in this video down below, like my top, I don't know, a couple favorites for each category to give you guys options while shopping, or if you already own one of them, you can go ahead and grab that to follow along in this video. So, two primers I wanted to mention are these two here. So the first one is the Dior Skin Forever and Everwear. This is a face primer with sunscreen, and this is gonna give you a matte finish. Another one I wanted to just give a little shout out to is the Neat 3B Face Saver Gel. I've used this for years, especially when I was super oily. This is great to use on its own, but you can also wear under makeup. So it's actually a face antiperspirant. So it's gonna help reduce the sweat on your face, which is great for like outdoor activities, or if you're like on set for a photo shoot or anything like that, working outside or doing sports, etc. So it's gonna help reduce the perspiration, whether it's from the weather or stress sweat. So for anyone that gets like sweat that kind of sits or pools on certain areas of their face, typically for me, that's my upper lip area here. It kind of just like collects right here, but it can be used all over. This is a great option. So honorable mention, but I am gonna be using the Forever primer today. So just go ahead and give that a good shake. And I'm going to apply this focusing on the T-zone because that's where I get the most shine and sweat throughout the day. You can definitely tell it's matte when you apply it because it just like, it feels powdery almost when it's blended out. It's very soft and silky when first applied, but definitely gives you that powdery finish. Then I'm going to go in with my foundation. So again, two options that are my favorites would be the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place and the MAC Pro Long Wear. This is technically concealer, but I use this all over because it's just so opaque. A little bit goes a long way, honestly, with both of these products. So either of these can be used as a concealer or foundation. It's kind of like a 2-in-1 sort of product. Both of these are absolutely amazing products. 10 out of 10, super long wearing. They're great for hot, humid weather. Honestly, I've gone swimming in both of these and they did not budge. They stayed in place. They stayed on until I took them off with like a makeup remover. Just super long wearing. They're sweat resistant, water resistant. Highly recommend. Today I'm going to be going in with the MAC just because, but I love both of them equally. And honestly, I normally use two different shades and mix them together because I do self-tan and I exfoliate my face, so my face is typically a shade or two lighter than my body just from doing the exfoliation, and the self-tanner comes off quicker. I'm gonna use a little palette and just mix two shades here like that. Again, a little bit goes a long way. This is like a pea size, so it's very small. And what I like to do, especially in the summer, is wear less product. Less is more. So we're gonna focus where we apply this in areas that we feel we need it. So for me, that's going to be my under eye area. I'm just gonna start by like dabbing it in the areas that I know I'm going to apply. My cheeks get super red, same with my nose, so I'm just gonna kind of feather this out a little bit on my nose and cheek area. Like I have like a little bit of broken blood vessels type rosacea going on underneath my nose. So also there, a little bit at the bottom of my chin, and I'll put some around my mouth too. So I have like slight discoloration there. And then just a little bit on the forehead. And I'm gonna blend that with my brush first and then take my beauty blender right over top. Both of these, the MAC and the Estee Lauder, are super full coverage. So keep that in mind too. Less is more. You can always add it if you need more. You can apply less or more than what I did. It's just preference, whatever you're comfortable with. If you are on the drier side, definitely use more sparingly. If you're oily, this is gonna be your new best friend product, I'm telling you. And then just kind of dab to blend out. So now we've evened everything out, covered up the redness, dark circles, any blemishes, scarring, etc. I'm gonna move on by adding my bronzer. So for that, I'm gonna be using the Tarte Amazonian Clay Matte Waterproof Bronzer. And I'm gonna take a blush brush for this to start and focus on the contour areas. So areas that you want to bring in shadow, kind of darken a bit first. So that's gonna be my hairline, like my forehead, cheekbone area, jawline, and then the sides of my nose. So for that, I'm just gonna use a little bit of a smaller brush and just kind of contour, bring that in a little bit. And if you feel you need to, again, just go in with your beauty blender and kind of just go all over. Then to set and blend everything, I'm going to use the MAC Studio Fix pressed powder. Again, great option for the summertime or anyone that's got oily skin. This is another full coverage option that can be used alone, or like I'm going to use it today, kind of just buff all over. So using a big fluffy brush, I'm just going to pat that in there and place that with a light hand all over. I also always keep one of these compacts in my bag and either a little sponge to blot or a little tiny like travel size brush. You can put the little sponge in the bottom here. There's like a little compartment there that opens like that. It comes with one, but I replace those often. Perfect to touch up with if needed. Honestly, it's super long wearing. You typically won't need it, but for days that are just like ungodly hot and humid, this is great to have on hand. This was my go-to routine when I was very, very oily also year-round, and when I was experiencing acne because it's just so long-wearing and so full coverage. It was a perfect routine for me. But even though I'm on the drier side, I would say I'm more combination now that I'm older, this is still a great full routine to be waterproof and sweat-proof. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of blush to bring a bit more like color back into the skin, going in with my blush brush again and placing that right on top of the cheekbone. And a little bit on the forehead. Just enough to get like a sun-kissed glow, a light flush of color. For my highlight, I'm gonna go in with my Dior Nude Air Luminizer. This is a gorgeous highlight, extremely pigmented. Ooh, look at that. Like just grazing it, just touching it. Bam! That I'm gonna place on my brow bone, and I'm just using my finger for this. The bridge or center of my nose, as well as just a little boop at the tip. The Cupid's bow of my lip, just to create a little bit of an illusion of a fuller pout, and my cheekbones. Oh, I also like to take a little brush and put it right in the inner corner of my eyes too. This product is gorgeous. I get so many compliments on it when I wear it. Because it's so pigmented too, it lasts forever. It comes in, I can't remember how many shades, like a handful of different shades, but this one is my go-to. Absolutely love it. Another great option that I was wearing for a long time before recently switching over to the Dior again was the Tarte Exposed Highlight. See, it's like almost gone. This is also a really pretty option, super long wearing, and I love that the Amazonian clay products smell like chocolate and vanilla. It's like so sweet smelling. I love it. And then I'm just going to quickly go in with my setting spray to help set my face. I'm gonna be using the OG setting spray, the All Nighter from Urban Decay. That's gonna help remove any powdery finish that you may have before going outside and sweating, but it's also gonna create a barrier to help reduce sweat, keeping your product on and in place all day and night. Obviously, you can go in with whatever eyeshadow you want, but for summertime, my go-to are long-wearing eyeshadow sticks because they're just so easy and quick to apply. So my first recommendation is the Batter Up Primed for Extra Innings long-wearing eyeshadow sticks from The Balm Cosmetics. The go-to for me have been Shutout and Curveball. So Shutout is more of like a taupey mushroom color, and Curveball is more of like a rose gold. Two that are very similar in color but shimmer are the Bobbi Brown long-wearing sparkle sticks. So this one is Aurora Pink. It's got like a slight wash of pink with somewhat iridescent tiny bits of shimmer in it. And then this one's more of a taupe. I want to say glitter, but it's not like chunky glitter. So it's more of like a slight shimmer. So don't be afraid of it. If you do want that pop of shimmer and shine, it's not like too much. All right, so I'm gonna take my shadow stick. I think today I'm just gonna stick with the Batter Up, and I'm gonna honestly just like scribble that on the outer corner or outer V. So lid up to the crease on both sides. Super quick, super easy. You can get different looks out of them, like a blended smoky eye, or you can just use like a light wash of color, which I'm gonna do today. And then you can use your finger or a brush. I'm just gonna take a little, just a little guy, little brush, and just slightly blend that out. You can wear them alone or layer them, pair them, whatever you want to do, but they're just like a no-brainer product that you can keep on hand and use in many different ways. So just kind of blend that out a bit. If you have a darker shade too, you can use it as eyeliner. You get the point. So it's just gonna give a little bit of depth there, just to look more like put together, you know? So now for my brows, I'm gonna use the Goof Proof brow pencil from Benefit. I'm just gonna first like brush these crazy guys out and going along the natural shape they grow, starting at the bottom. Just gonna fill that in, and then a little bit right on that arch and tail to help thicken and darken that, because my brows naturally are kind of sad. I'm naturally blonde, so they don't grow like super dark. They're kind of like a taupe color naturally and thin. Look at that, so much more defined. So same thing with the other guy. And then just use your spoolie to kind of just blend it out. Then over top, I always use the Benefit Gimme Brow. You can of course use this alone too, which I do sometimes, but for a bit more definition and to be more like clean cut, precise, the pencil helps to achieve that. So lightly feathering this upward and outward to darken the hairs, and also the gel itself keeps the hairs in place. I'm gonna go in with my waterproof mascara. This is the Urban Decay Perversion. Another go-to for me is the L'Oreal Voluminous Waterproof Mascara. I really like both of them. I go back and forth between both. Urban Decay applies better. It is a little bit harder for me to get as much product as I would like out of the L'Oreal one, but as far as the waterproof finish, they're both great. You might just end up using more of the L'Oreal. So I'm just gonna quickly apply this on top and bottom. I'm not someone that wears eyeliner every day, so I'm gonna skip that. If you do though, I'm gonna list a couple recommendations down below that I know work really well as a waterproof and sweat-proof option, or also cry-proof. They're great for like if you're going to a wedding or something, or have allergies. It's up to you if you wanna just wear mascara. Today I'm gonna be a little bit extra, and I'm gonna add a little bit of a outer corner lash using my Kiss Lash Strip Clear Adhesive, and this is the brush-on kind. Then to finish it off, I've recently just been using lip pencils. You could also use a stain to get that long wear. So I'm just going to define and fill in my lip using lip liner real quick. There's a couple different shades that I kind of like cycle through, but typically I'll just stick with a nude because it's subtle but just adds that hint of color and definition. I just have my hair like slicked back in like a big messy bun today. It's just too hot out. But style your hair however you want. If you have any questions, be sure to comment that down below. Check out the description box, discount codes, and direct links to shop everything mentioned in this video. Make sure you're still following me on Instagram and subscribed to my YouTube channel so you never miss a new video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.